Hello friends! Welcome to another video from Art of Wellbeing, another creative project that I so enjoy making. So here's another one in the series from my little workbook, starting with a few materials that you will need for this project if you want to join me. So you just need a notebook, drawing notebook or lined notebook, whatever you have on hand, A5 size, and another sheet of paper which is a little bit thicker, like thin cardboard. Then you'll need some scissors, a glue stick, and a pen. And of course, if you want to make this easier for you, you can just download and print out the pages that I've provided with this video. Or, of course, feel free to paint, to draw, to make your own, or to cut yours from magazines. It's really how you want to do it. It can be creative any way you choose to do it. So to begin, I always like to do the cutouts. I'm going to start by my spiral, and then I'm just going to dig in and cut out one butterfly at a time. I have some butterflies, some leaves, some caterpillars, so I'm not going to do all of them. I've included lots of them because that way you can choose which ones you prefer, maybe choosing the colors that speak to you or that match your surroundings or your favorite colors. I've kind of included in this one some colors about autumn, since we are in the month of autumn. And also for me, this page related to change. It's kind of like the change of seasons. So I've included some greens, some browns, some orange and reds. So you can go ahead and cut your whole sheet of paper if you want. I'm just going to cut out a few to start with, and then I'll see if I want to do all of them. I might not even need all of them. I always add more than I really need or can use on my page, but that's because I want to have variety and let you decide whatever you want to choose. So now moving on to our spiral wheel, which is, I think, what we can call it. So here's when you take your cardboard paper, and I'm just going to put a dab of glue in the middle, in the center, just to keep it in place as I cut it. So we're not actually going to use the paper version. I find that using paper a little thicker, so I'm not sure what thickness mine is. It's kind of a glossy piece of cardboard. It's definitely thicker than my paper, maybe twice as thick. If regular printing paper is 90, I'm guessing it could be maybe 160, 150. I'm not sure. I just found this piece of paper laying in my closet and it seemed to fit well. And then you just cut on the lines. So when you have your little dab of glue, I find that it works very well to cut without it falling apart. And it's okay if it's not perfect. As you can see, I'm just cutting curved lines, even if it's not directly on the lines. And then you just take it apart. So the little middle part might be a little sticky to come off. I realized that next time maybe I'll use glue tack instead of glue. Anyway, it's still fine. So it should look a little like this. Like a little spiral, I guess. Okay, number 4, we're going to assemble it. Everything that we cut out. And our spiral wheel. So you open your book to whatever page comes next. And I'm going to use glue tack here, just because I'm not sure exactly yet where I want to place it. And that way you can move it around a few times, which is what I did, until I found the perfect fit for me. Because you can put it vertically, horizontally, you could put it closer to the edge, you could put it in the middle, and then you put another little dab of glue tack onto the end of it. And then it opens like this, which is perfect. And now you can take whatever butterflies and pictures you cut out And I'm going to start with my caterpillar at the start of the spiral because that's the first thing for the butterfly. If we go through its life cycle, that's why I've added kind of the butterfly. For me, it's really an example of change. So I've included lots of butterflies. And of course, not forgetting some autumn leaves because we're in autumn. So I thought about all those things that related to me, to nature, and to change. I love all these beautiful colors. So all you have to do basically is just glue some butterflies on your page, and starting with your spiral, I'm going to check, make sure that it closes flat. It should normally, unless you put it on the side, but let's see. Yes, it works. Now we're just going to have a little mini pause for a few of my favorite quotes on this topic, and some that I've included on this page, which you might enjoy. You don't just wake up and become a beautiful butterfly. Growth and change is a process. There are 3 solutions to every problem. Accept it, change it, or leave it. If you can't accept it, change it. If you can't change it, leave it. Change gives us wings to reach new heights. Struggle and determination lead to great things. Just ask the butterfly. And just when the caterpillar thought it was over, she began to fly. The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. That's from Alan Watts. So back to our page. Now I have this text page that you can print out as well. I'm going to choose some of those quotes because these are the ones that spoke to me. But of course, feel free to choose your own quotes if you prefer, to write them or to find them online, or maybe you already have some in your journals or books, so feel free to personalize and use those that are right for you. I'm just cutting mine out from this sheet, and I'm going to see how they best fit onto my page. So here's when you can kind of play around, design your page however you like. I think I'm going to have too many quotes that will fit in, so I might have to get creative here and maybe make a pocket. My title seems to be a good place for a pocket, so I'm just going to fold these in here and see if it works like this. And I also have some journal joys, which you know I love. This is my journal book, and this is how I personalize it to me. And here I've included the words butterfly. So the first journal prompt says to create an acronym. Write yourself an acronym for the word butterfly. That's why I made these letters. So it won't work on this right side because otherwise there's no space to write anything. So I think I'm going to put it here on the left. And I'm going to change the title. Instead of putting it in the middle, maybe I'll move it more to the side because I do need to have more space for writing my acronym. And I think I'm going to start gluing things down and take some decisions. So for my title, because I'm making it a pocket, I'm just going to glue this side, and then for this side I'm just gluing the bottom part and the right side. I'm making sure to push it down real well in the center and on each side. And here's my quote. I can put some extra butterflies that I cut out and just see where I want those quotes on my page. So this is the part you don't have to do it like me. You do it how you want. And here I'm just going to list the journal joys from this page on the topic of change. What are some changes you are experiencing at the moment? What has been hard about it? What would be a most loving and caring way to spread your wings and fly towards change and bliss? for these journal joys, you can either take the time to just reflect on them, or of course you can make some space on your page to write down your answers. And I think I'm going to write down my answers. So I'm going to use just this leftover piece from a notebook, and I'm going to cut it to fit into my pocket. So I might do it in 3 like that. So I'll just number the journal prompts and add it to my little note paper. And now to write my acronym. So I'm taking each letter of the word butterfly and I'm writing something related to change, to embracing change. So I thought about it, and I think these are some of my favorite words I came up with. So B for breakthrough, just like the caterpillar breaks through its cocoon, unfolding, the wings unfolding to something new, transition and transformation. So those all speak to me about change, because when I change, anything that changes to me is a transformation, and it's a transition. Sometimes it's a difficult transition, but it always ends up being good in some way. Evolution, renewal, flourishing, yes, that's part of it as well. Something I feel is a benefit from being willing to change, especially in this time and season of my life, changing physically. It's not always easy. I'm in my mid-years, and there's challenges that come with it. Lots of physical challenges and changes, but I'm really learning to embrace and accept them fully, completely, and that's what helps me to flourish, to learn, and to grow. So this page was something that I needed at this time, just to encourage that growth, encourage those changing moments, even if it comes with some challenges and difficulties sometimes. So I've also added learning, yearn for more, which to me equals growth. And then with your pen, of course, you can always add those doodles if you want, some extra leaves, boxes on the quotes, and making some borders. This is also the way that you can personalize it, make it you, adding those things that make you happy. So I didn't expect this page to turn out so full, and I didn't even include all the butterflies and leaves. Anyway, this is what it turned out like. So I hope when you open yours, it turns out to be a beautiful little pop-up reminder of how you can embrace those changes in your life, which equal to something beautiful, something good. So thank you for watching, thank you for joining me, and just as a reminder, you can always go back to my website or go back to the link below and download these pages if you want to make one yourself. And I hope to see you next time.